Good morning, y'all, man. Actually, good afternoon, man. This is your boy, y'all's chosen one. We are in the great book of Genesis. We are in chapter 19, and this is one of the more famous stories in the Bible. The fall of Sodom and Gomorrah, and also the birth of the Ammonites and Moabites from an incestuous relationship between Lot and his two daughters. So let's begin reading chapter 19 in the great book of Genesis. All right. And there came two Malachim to Sodom at evening, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. So Lot actually had he actually still had some sense, even though he was surrounded by all these Hamites. He still, had some sense of, what Abraham had taught him. And he said, Behold, now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And as we read before in Jasher, I think Lot knew what these people of Sodom and Gomorrah could do to strangers that came into town. And that's why Jasher is so important, because now we know it wasn't just homosexuality going on up there. It was everything. These people were straight up wicked Hamites. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they lay down, the men of the city, here they go, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. See that? So my thing is, and first of all, getting to know somebody is having sex with them in the Bible. So these faggots wanted to gang rape these Malachim. Obviously beautiful creatures, beautiful men. And these faggots wanted to gang rape these two men. And Lot went out the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. So he's in their land, so I guess he has to call them brethren, you know what I mean? He has to call them brethren. So, and that's what he gets for wanting to take the fat of the land. When Abraham said, I'll go my way, you go this way, his eyes, it's very materialistic. He saw the fat of the land, he wanted to take it. All right. Behold, now I have two daughters, which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do not do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. Now, I guess the custom back in, I guess you can say women, got treated pretty bad. And this was an instance where, I don't know, man, I would never sell up my daughter. I know it's an abomination for man to lie when man can, but that was a total, I don't know what kind of punk move that was on Lot's part. But you just don't give your daughter up like that. And they said, Stand back. And they said again, This one fellow came in to soldier, and he will need be a judge. Now we will deal worse with thee than with them. And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. But the men put forth their hand, and pulled Lot into the house to them, and shut the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. So these angels, the angels of light, put that blindness on them, man. The illumination of these Malachim blinded they tail, man. They couldn't even see. And the man said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city? Bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of Yah. And Yah has sent us to destroy it. Remember, the last thing that they did was anoint that girl with that honey, and they let those bees just sting her, man, because she was helping that homeless man. You know what I'm saying? And when the morning rose, the Malachim hastened Lot, saying, arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters. And Yah being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth, and set him without the city. Now that's amazing. That is amazing, because this whole wicked city was after them, and they was able to get out that city because just 2 Malachim helped them get out that city, and it's only going to take 2 to destroy it. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain, escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. And Lot said unto them, oh, not so, my lord. Behold now, thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me, in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die. Behold now, this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. And he said unto him, see, I have accepted thee concerning this thing, that I will not overthrow this city, for the which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zoar. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then Yah rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from Yah out of heaven. Goodness. Brimstone and fire. Just like he did the Egyptians. We haven't got to that part yet about the Egyptians, but this brimstone and fire destroyed the whole city, man. Kind of like a nuclear bomb, a thermonuclear bomb, man. Just boom, obliterated the whole city. But his wife looked back from behind. His wife's name was Ado, remember, Ado. And she became a pillar of salt. Now, I don't know what kind of weaponry the Most High used here. I don't know if it was spiritual, but she became a pillar of salt. Maybe the blaze was so hot that it just turned her to ashes, or something happened. Something happened to make this woman turn into a pillar of salt. But she loved Sodom so much, she didn't want to see it go down. And that's what her ass get. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before Yah. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. It was blazing. It was blazing hot. The Most High, man, he purifies and sanctifies through fire, man. He blazed that place up. And Lot went up out of Zoar, and dwelt in the mountain, and his 2 daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his 2 daughters. So he went up in a cave. And the firstborn said unto the younger, our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come unto us after the manner of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. So here we have these two young ladies. And you know, obviously they're instinctively, you know, most women, what they want to do is, have children, preserve the generations of their seed. And we have these two young ladies here. Didn't think there was anything outside of Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't know what the heck was going on, but there was no men. They were stuck in this cave. They wanted to have babies. They needed sex, I guess. I don't know. But they laid down with Lot. And they made their father drink wine that night. And the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. So they got him drunk as a skunk. She laid down with her father, had sex with him, and he didn't know he was having sex with her, man. I have never been that sloppy drunk before, to where I didn't know who I was sleeping with, but they did a job on him. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also. And go thou in and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. So, both of these little daughters, their mother is gone. I don't know if they didn't think there was any more humanity left, because after the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, I guess they figured there was nothing else left, because it was total destruction. So, what other man was there that they thought of? I don't know what's going through their brain. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father, so he had them pregnant at the same time. And the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the father of the Moabites to this day. So when you think of Moab, most of us Israelites think of Chinese people. Now you gotta remember, these are still dark people. And when you look at some of the northern places in China, the dark-skinned people with the slanty eyes, kind of like a Down syndrome thing. Those are Moabites, man. Dark-skinned Moabites. Now, when they start mixing and everything with Japheth and everything, the light-skinned Chinese, that's how they came about. The yellow skin and the lighter skin, but the original ones were the slanty eyes that had dark skin. They were Moabites. Okay. But remember, everybody in the world right now was dark skinned. There were no Caucasian people. Okay. We'll learn about the Caucasian people when we get to Mount Seir. Okay. All right. Here we go. And the younger, she also bare a son, and called his name Ben-Ami, the same as the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. And most Israelites think of Ammon being Japanese people, dark-skinned Japanese people. Do your research on it. Comment on my video. If you think you can come up with some other than Chinese and Japanese, because most, think about it, man. It kind of makes sense, with the Down syndrome type trait. Very intelligent, because most people with Down syndrome are very intelligent, and these people are intelligent to this day, very smart. So it just kind of makes sense, On the next video, I'm going to read in the book of Jasher. Hopefully it gives a little bit more information about it. But to me, I think that, you know, we'll go over something. It's going to be called Book of Jasher, chapter 19. And we'll try to go over this Moabite Ammonite thing a little bit more. But I kind of got to agree that the Moabites are the Chinese people and the Ammonites are the Japanese people of their descent, you know. Obviously, you know, they mixed around, but the dark skin, um, the dark skinned Moabites and Ammonites came from Lot. That's how they descended. Just like Jacob and Esau came about. This that those two particular nations. So is Moab and Ammon. You know what I'm saying? All right, this your boy, y'all's chosen one. Hope you got a little lesson out of that. If you come up with anything else, please comment at the bottom. But that's what I'm going with, man. You know, and if you come up with information that's different to what I say, feel free to leave a comment. All right, shalom.